Whoa! Don't be sneaking up on me like that. You scare me. I'm just out here cleaning up a little bit because when I work on projects out here, man, I just rain terror down upon this place. So, haven't gotten the old Nash out of here before I bring something else in here. I'm going to clean this place up a little bit. I'm probably going to move that 32 Chevy pickup right there and throw it up on the rack and get it so that I can clean up the floor real good. But I had some people wondering about this. Had some people wondering about this chainsaw tree. I don't know if you can see the top of it, yeah. Well, anyway, there's what there is. There's like 11 saws here, and the comment was one of them was, I mean, jokingly, but they're going, well, this, how many saws does one man need? And the answer is all of them. I need all of them. Got 11 of them here on the tree, and I got the makings of about 3 more over there in the box. And I run all the same saws here, the 42s, or 242s, 242 XPs. And what they are is a high revving saw, which I need in my business because I need a clean cut when we're making this, doing the grafting on the fruit trees. And these high revving Huskies will do that. You can get a steel pro saw, or competition saw rather, not a pro, that's what these are, pro saws, but you can get a steel competition saw that'll out-rev these, but that's for cutting big stuff and really fast, and they cost, I don't know, $2,500 or something. I don't need that. But I can drop a, 6/8 inch limb, whatever I need to do to whomp without even making an undercut. I usually do. I don't want to rip that bark all the way down the trunk because I need that bark to do my grafting. So last thing I do is grafting just under the bark, but that's another story. Anyway, that's why I've got all these chainsaws, because sometimes we'll split the crew 2 or 3 ways. I've got a couple other guys that can run crews, and a foreman's been with me coming up on 26 years this season, and his son's about a 10-year man, and he's a good crew. Good supervisor and good crew boss, and so we can, if we need to, we can split the crew and go 3 different directions, and everybody needs 3 or 4 saws, because you got to have a backup saw. A lot of times in grafting apple trees, older apple trees, when these trees are young, they use a thing called a tree spreader that it's a little piece of, usually I don't know, maybe a 3/4 inch square piece, about, it comes in different lengths, 6 inches on up to 2 feet, and that's put in the tree to prop the limbs down and bring them down to a certain angle to get them into a productive state rather than a vegetative state and all that, and that's yet another story. But the thing is, these spreaders have a little nail in the end of them, and over the years as the tree grows, sometimes these spreaders are taken out, sometimes they're left, but that nail becomes engulfed in the tree, and then the spreader rots away or whatever, and you don't know where that nail is, you don't know how deep it is, but you'll find them when you start chainsawing, and that's an issue, and it's really, I have to consider that when I'm doing a bid, when I'm contracting to do older trees. I have to consider that these trees may be full of nails, and it's a factor. Because you'll sharpen your chainsaw and go out and you might cut 50 trees, or you might cut 1 tree and hit another nail, and you're down sharpened again. But also, it's easier to just grab another saw and go until break time or lunchtime, and then touch up all the saws. But you got to have some backup saws, because you can't pay 12 or 15 people to stand there and watch you tinker with a saw. You got to just grab another saw and go if something goes down. If you throw a chain or whatever happens. So that's kind of the story behind all the saws, and it's kind of nice that I have them all geared up the same. At one time I had a steel and I had the Huskies. I mean, when I was first starting out in this business, 30 years ago. And it took me a little while to get everything worked over to all the exact same saw, or pretty close, so that I can go to the toolbox and grab any saw, any chain, any pull cord, any spark plug will fit any saw. And that's nice to have it geared up that way. That saves a lot of time. And anyway, that's the deal. That's the story on the chainsaw tree. And each spring, before I start the season, you know, about next month, first of next month, come 1st February, you won't see much meat because I'm going to be busy with this business. But starting about the 1st of the month, I will start going through these saws. I'll get them all down. I either put some additive in the fuel, or run them dry. Generally, at the end of the season, I just run them all dry, so they're not sitting with old bad gas in them when I get ready to fire up in the spring. But I will start going through all these saws, and you know, I'll give them all a little tune up and make sure they're all up and running well and starting good and easy and all sharpened and lasered up and ready to go. So that's the deal. Story about a chainsaw tree. How about that? See ya. Bye. Like this. Like this.